The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
So now the Chiefs go on offense in a great starting spot. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw here. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a handoff up the middle. Melvin, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This now a 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Short throw to Dissly.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Chargers.
First carry for Najee Harris.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for.
To the right side and intercepted.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5.
Up the middle they go. Melvin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Here's Herbert. Setting up the screen, Harris. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Now he's loose at the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 36 yards. And the Chiefs have regained the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to said,
oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The L.A. defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Herbert. Complete to Johnston here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't.